Good evening and welcome to Body and Soul Awareness with Stephanie and Oxana. Here are your hosts.
Hello
there,
everyone.
Oxana. Hello.
Stephanie, how are you?
How are you doing? I'm good. I have to be totally honest. I laid down to put Kai down for a nap about an hour and a half ago, and I literally woke up 5 minutes ago. Kristen was supposed to wake me up. I know. I was like, Kristen was like, your show starts in 3 minutes. I was like, what? I was like, what happened to 20 minutes? Anyways,
awesome.
Here we are now. Hello.
Yes, but it's perfect timing. You did just fine. Yeah,
it worked out great. So I'm glad that I made it to the show.
Yes.
But it was a really good nap, though.
Well, you have to treat yourself, you know. It's the weekend after all. You have to treat yourself well.
Yes, definitely. The problem is that I don't just do it on the weekends. There's random days in the middle of the week that it happens too.
Oh,
so I think anytime you need to take care of yourself, you should do it.
Oh, absolutely. Listen to your body and make sure you understand what it's saying, because sometimes you do need a nap, even if you are in the office.
Exactly, yes. And I wanted to remind everyone of the call-in number tonight, just in case you want to call in and ask any questions. The number is 319-572-6208. So call in if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely. So how was your week?
Okay, so good week. It's kind of really interesting because as you know, I hadn't had a job for a really long time, but the past month I've been employed just part-time. It's only been at the most 5 hours a day for 3 days out of the week. So it's been really interesting trying to kind of adjust and get into the flow of just that. But the funny thing is my job is super interesting, and I like what I do, and I like the people that I work with. So it's kind of cool. And we deal with a lot of interesting clients and topics. So it's been really interesting. We do have a new milestone in Kai's life. So he started taking off his diaper when he goes poop now. So I know it's so disgusting, but we got a potty, and it's a little. I know, right? And it's a miniature life size. Well, it's a kid-sized potty, and it flushes and everything. It has a battery, so it sounds like it's really flushing, and it's great because he's been trying to use the potty. But what happened this morning was I put him on the potty, and I was like, all right, let's go poop on the potty, and put him on the potty, and he got off, and he was like, no, I'm good, I don't have to go potty. And then he squatted next to the potty, and he pooped on the floor.
Oh, sounds like Charlie.
I know. So then, all morning, I'm, on YouTube, and we're, watching potty videos and, singing potty songs. So, my new favorite, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that I can, deal with the most, is I go poop and pee on the potty. So we've been singing that all morning. It's been, running over and over in my head. So, it's been interesting. Was your week that interesting?
Well, I don't know if it was that interesting. But I'm going to reveal my secret, because one of my nicknames for my lovely Prince Charles is Poopy, is because not because of the potty, but because in Russian, a belly button is pupok, and when I was trying to find a name for him in the beginning, when he was just so adorable and tiny, he looked like a little belly button to me. But in Russian,
Aww.
so it sounds close to Poopy. So I said,
That he is. Dude, look, I will never forget that little tiny picture you had of him. And it's funny because it was right next to your niece, I think, too, on your desk when we used to work at Interstate. And It was this tiny little picture of Charlie playing. It was so cute.
I know.
And now he's just this adorable, big, fat black cat in a tuxedo.
Yes, he turned into this royal, prince.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a prince.
Oh, yes. Yes, and he says it and he shows it.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk more about pets in a second, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
But just very quickly, a little brief note, I guess, about my week so we can move on to the next topic of homework is amazing things did happen this week on my business side. I did a lot more work for my online course, my first online course, and while I was getting down and dirty with that, I got inspired to quickly put my first business advertisement video, and I already posted on Facebook and have comments, but to me it's kind of a first step toward exposing a little bit more of what I'm standing for and what business is standing for. So that was
exciting.
Awesome. Yes, it is. And
yeah, I have to say I saw the video and I think it's awesome. You did amazing, and I can't wait to actually participate in the program.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I am ready. I'm ready very much as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it's been years kind of in the making.
Yes, absolutely. It was an overnight thing. It was first initially a lot of internal work, getting to this point of realizing, knowing what has to be next, what the business is about. And now it's more than anything just those practical steps of getting everything in a row, everything prepared, everything set up. I am learning so much IT stuff. I can't even.
You don't even want to know so much.
Yeah, I think I've said it to somebody. Either I'm going to hate the online thing and IT and the recording and all of that stuff, or become a producer, become a pro.
Right. Exactly. You'll be able to teach everyone else. Good, you can teach me because I'm one of those old antiquated people. I'm like, no, I don't want to learn anything new. I just want to stick with the old thing. That's why it took me forever to get a brand new phone. My phone had cracks all over it, but I was like, no, I know this phone. I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want a new, bigger iPhone 7. I like my iPhone 5. So
I know.
I had to
it's another thing to learn.
Yeah, but I think we kind of have to kind of work with technology a little bit as long as we're living in this false matrix anyways.
Yeah, but like anything else, it's the first initial steps. And then, as you know, the second, my second class will be a breeze, just to put everything, advertisement ready to go. So it's been amazing. It's been extremely busy week. I know. See how busy I am. And, because I also was physically on my installs at the job, so it's been just nonstop this past week. But I've been good. I've been very good, productive. Looking forward to actually doing a little bit less next weekend, but it's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
A break is always nice. That means you get to get a nap next weekend.
I'm excited already.
I know. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and talk about homework so we can get our special guest on the air.
So last week we had an amazing show with Hassan and Ayahuasca and energy connection and how plants on this earth actually are here for a reason. And a lot of times they're here for us to for them to be used by us either for just a physical medical supplement or actually awakening to our true sense, our true nature. And all of them can be used. And he proposed to have a homework of, I believe he said observing our reactions, right? And thoughts and reactions.
Yes.
So, well, the homework is ongoing for me. It never is just this week or past week. It's pretty much every day. And I definitely do better at, well, actually, I always observe my reactions. There is no way out. It's kind of like a rabbit hole. As soon as you start falling in the rabbit hole, it's pretty much, there's no way out in a sense. So as you start really mindfully practicing this every day, it simply becomes part of you. It simply becomes I don't want to call it a habit, but just a mindful living. So everything that is happening, you're not just kind of brushing through. You are reflecting. You are kind of being present with it. So, I do it on a daily basis, but I know for sure I have more reactions in situations where I know that are not aligned with what I am now. And a lot of it is in situations where I am in a mainstream environment, corporate world, people that are very much are not yet being aware what they're doing to themselves or others.
Right.
So that's where my internal reaction is stronger, where I see it more clearly. And, it's also a very good point for me to reflect upon why I am reacting toward them like that. So I don't have a specific situation to discuss today, but I certainly have plenty. And I do suggest for people to pay attention how they react, and it gives them a door into their own shadows, their own troubles, and where they're kind of areas where they can utilize that for their strength instead of weaknesses. So, anything
that's so true.
On your side, Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because I didn't want to be like, oh, well, I do it all the time too. No, but I do. That's something that every single day, every single situation that I come in contact with when someone else is involved, whether it be my children or whether it be adults that are around me, or even just somebody that I encounter in, like, the grocery store, whatever. I'm always doing that. Like, I'm reviewing the situation. I'm like, okay, why is it that I felt this certain way about the way that this other person was acting? Or even, like, when I was when I used to, like, drive a lot, which is something I don't do that much now. I do a lot more walking. But when I used to drive a lot, especially in Virginia, gosh, people would cut you off and, like, they're just so rude on the road. And I used to get so internally angry and mad, and I would be so mad at them. And then I got to this point where I was like, wait a minute, they don't even know I'm mad at them, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm angry and I'm, like, harboring all this hatred and negative energy. And that person that just cut me off has no idea. So not only am I wasting my time, I'm wasting my energy on something that really didn't matter and something that I couldn't control anyways. So that's kind of one of the things that I focus on when it comes to just kind of recognizing what's going on. But then when it comes to, like, direct situations, like, say someone in your immediate world has an attitude, right? And you're like, what the heck is this person's problem? Why won't he just stop being so grumpy? You don't have anything to be mad about. But you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I don't really know. How am I to judge what this person is going through? Because I'm not that person, and I'm not going through those things. So that's kind of another aspect of it. And then yet another aspect of it is, so my 15-year-old son, we always go back to him, Christian, I love you to death. You give me so much content. But we will be in the middle of a discussion, and I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, oh, my God, you are so a reflection of who I used to be when I was at a different point in my life. And it's crazy because he's exactly who I used to be, and I see it. I see it in so many different things and so many different ways that he is. So it's almost like since I didn't learn certain things through my childhood, I'm learning them now through his childhood.
That's wonderful. Wow, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're utilizing fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, shoot, they have to be good for something, right?
Well,
no, I mean, they're good for other things.
We're each other's mirror constantly, and that's why it's mindful for your own health, because, Yeah.
Well, and then I forget who it was, but somebody, one of our radio show guests had said before that, yes, when we go inside and we meditate, we can find a lot of the answers. However, when we go outside of ourselves, it's kind of like a walking meditation. What do you need to learn that you're not learning in meditation? So,
in fact,
I always like to remember that.
Yes, absolutely. And that's something that I am bringing into my classes, into my course number 1 is, okay, you are here with me for a certain amount of time, for example, an hour, or the class maybe 45 minutes or 35 minutes. How can you take what you just experienced, learn into your everyday walking life? So I'm certainly definitely addressing that kind of point there, because I'm not there to just make you feel good, or you will make yourself feel good with my assistance and guidance, but take it into your life. Make it your life. Make it your lifestyle and practice, and see how your life changes. So,
exactly.
Just reward. Absolutely.
Yeah, life becomes a walking meditation. But cool. It was a great homework. Hopefully everybody practiced their homework this week. But let's go ahead and get our special guest introduced so we can get her on the air. So this week's special guest is b.e.a.m. Lopez. She is a single mom who at the age of 27 is the owner of RomesPaws Pet Sitting Services. Before starting the business, she became a veterinary technician and would work 12-hour shifts at animal hospitals as a vet tech. After becoming a mother, she decided to take another route and start her company to have more time with her family. Using her skills as a veterinary technician, she helps out her clients with special needs pets as well as behavioral issues. She enjoys having her days in the outdoors, caring for her clients' pets, and being able to be a full-time pet sitter and mother all at once. So let's go ahead and get Dee on. Dee has been our special guest before, so we're very grateful to have her back on. Thanks so much for taking the time to come on the show, Dee.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
Yes,
Hi, Dee.
Yes.
How are you?
How's it going? Well, I feel better. I was actually under the weather.
Yes,
good. I'm glad you guys are finally feeling better. Is the little man feeling better too?
Yeah, he is finally. It's been a rough 2 weeks, just to let you know.
Oh,
you poor thing.
Well,
we're good now, though. I'm just glad about that.
Yeah. Was it just a cold or something additional?
At first, it was the ear infection, and then it was strep throat. So it was just a lot of mucus, a lot going on. So it was pretty bad. But we're good now.
Oh, yeah, we know all about the mucus.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Mucus is our friend and princesses. Yeah, mucus creates a lot of issues.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing better. It's exciting to have you back and chat about our lovely pets.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hear you've been adding a whole bunch of new kind of areas to your pet sitting, and then expanding your knowledge base when it comes to more like holistic ways to take care of the animals. So I can't wait to talk all about that. But first, since we only have a few minutes before commercial, why don't you give us a little bit more background about you? Like what was it that made you say, you know what, my family is more important than working 12-hour shifts, and got you to the point of starting your own business?
Well, at first, my son didn't know who I was. He was about 3 months old when I went back to work, and I would leave around 6 o'clock in the morning. He was asleep, and I would come back home 8 or 9 because of traffic. And I was like, he doesn't know who I am. Like, I can't keep doing this to him. I barely knew who he was. I was like, all right, we need to make some changes. So then I started dog walking. I was like, all right, cool. So then I started implementing what I knew from the veterinary technician field, and that stayed on top of that. And so far, I'm here still.
Beautiful. Yeah, I totally understand that sentiment because with my first son, who I had in 2001, he didn't know who I was at all. I literally did the same thing that you did. I would wake up, take him to the babysitter, go to work all day, come home, spend maybe like an hour or two with him before he had to go to sleep. But that hour or two was bathing, feeding. I had to eat too, so it was like trying to fit in all of these things. So that's beautiful that you realized that, I think, at such a young age that you needed to make that change. I love that.
Well, thank you. It wasn't easy, though, because I was living on my own, and then I had to move back to my parents' house, which wasn't what I wanted, but it was the best for both of us.
So,
sometimes we go through phases,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dee, could you tell, give us kind of, because a lot of people are going through these transitions, including, Stephanie went through that.
Including me,
Yeah. And what would you tell someone who is contemplating to do that? Like, what would be your suggestion or, words of wisdom, since you've done it? Could you share?
Okay. Well, someone is trying to transition into something they're not comfortable with. If you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never going to move on in life, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't do it now, you probably will never do it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because it's almost like the universe has all of these things constantly working to get you to where you need to be, right? All these things falling into place in alignment. And the universe is like, all right, here's your door. And you're like, oh, I'm too afraid to go through that door. Because a lot of people have a fear of success just as much as they do of failure. So you don't go through that door, and then the universe has to do all this other work to open up another door for you.
Exactly. But it always comes down to doing it now instead of later. If you keep contemplating, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, we're creating our own.
You've got to put into action.
And not only that, but
good point.
As far as having a son, he's growing up fast. And I have to keep up with him. And I'm like, hey, if I don't do something, then he's going to get older, and I'm still going to be sitting here in an office doing nothing.
Right. Wow.
I love that.
It goes by way too fast.
It does. They do go up so fast. I don't know if you were listening earlier or not, but mine, he is starting to try and go poo-poo on the potty. So excited.
Oh, my God.
I know why.
That's
fun. This is like the monument of my week. I was like, I'm not going to have to buy diapers anymore. Hey.
You might want to keep the spare.
I know. I'm just hoping he was good as my first, and he, in 2 months, had it down pat. So I'm crossing my fingers. Great. Yeah, I'm like, I have smart kids. It's okay. It's going to work. We'll see what happens.
You got to keep a good eye on him, though. They might run away and hide. That's what mine used to do. He'll go hide. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh, God, he's doing the face. No, he
doesn't even hide. He just squats next to the pot and goes. It's crazy. He's like, no, I'm just going to do it right here. He's like, the pot is like a toy because he loves it because it's like a his size potty. So he loves playing with it. So he's like, I don't want to poop in my toy.
That's true, though. You got to think about it that way.
I know.
Is that what you guys are do number 2 is something I play with?
Yeah. But, hey, let's go ahead and go to a quick commercial break so we can get back and start talking all about holistically taking care of your animals.
Sounds great.
How would you like to make your work more enjoyable, be more creative and relaxed, all while sitting at your desk? That's exactly what my Serenity Rug has done for me. This revolutionary footrest, I can't even call it a foot rest, because this thing encourages movement of your feet, which results in more blood flow. While traditional footrests advocate the motionless placement of your feet, I found that I'm unconsciously digging my feet into the long, soft grass strands of the Serenity Rug. It delivers an incredibly relaxing sensation that closely resembles the feeling of an exotic foot massage. If you have ever had a foot massage that made you want to stay there for hours, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not heard about the Serenity Rug, check them out at serenityrug.com and join the exclusive Serenity Rug community and enjoy a feeling of comfort and relaxation that most will never experience. They've sold out before, so I suggest you do your feet a favor and grab one of these. Again, that's serenityrug.com.
U.S. trade negotiators are pushing to complete the TPP this year. They're trying to keep it under the radar. The best way to stop the TPP is to drag it into the light of day. Right now, negotiators have appointed approximately 600 corporate lobbyists to serve as cleared advisors on the TPP, while refusing to release any of their negotiating proposals for public review. The corporate media is unlikely to inform the public about the TPP. We need to do it ourselves.
Do you want to live a happy and healthy barefoot lifestyle? Join Barefoot is Legal Saturdays, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time to learn your rights to live a barefoot lifestyle. There are no laws against bare feet in public, and we are here to dispel the myths and empower you to stand up for your rights. Join full-time barefooter and victims legal advocate Nick Pierce on Freedomizer Radio or the Barefoot is Legal Radio Show Saturdays, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, and check out barefootislegal.org.
Tune in to Forsaken Generation, Mondays at 1 to 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will be revealing the true science behind vaccines, the harm they cause, the stories of the affected families just like our own, and much, much more. So tune in and get the stories that the big news channels refuse to cover. This day and age, we must protect our families from those sworn to do no harm. We will not ingest the lies any longer. Mothers, fathers, doctors, scientists, journalists, speaking out on behalf of the health of humanity. So, join my mom, your host, Lynette Barron, on Forsaken Generation, Mondays, 1 to 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, everyone, we are back on the air live with our special guest, Deanna Lopez of RomesPaws. You there, Dee?
I'm still here.
Wonderful.
Hi there.
Okay. Yeah. So first, tell us a little bit about your company, what it is that you do, and what sets you apart from other companies that just walk dogs.
All right. So I started up my company about 4.5 years ago after I left the veterinary field, and what I started doing is dog walking, which is pretty much easy. Just walk the dog 30 minutes. But then I was like, hey, I can actually get more clients if I start helping out at, their pets at home as far as veterinary technician services to, give medications at home when, they can't help their pets because they're working all day, or go home and give them IV fluids and whatnot and help them out with, care with diabetes and whatnot. I just go to their house and help them out if they're there or not. They can go on vacation. I could swing by and just do what they do on a daily basis while they're gone. That's pretty much what sets me apart from most dog walking services.
That's awesome. So the majority of your clients have pets with medical issues? Or that's just an added benefit?
Half of my clients.
Okay. So then we'll get into what's wrong with the animals. Why are they all sick? What's going on? What's popping?
Nice. Some of them are overweight. Some of them are just born that way, and others have cancer, and they're just developed diseases because of the way that they eat and whatnot. They don't get enough exercise and things of that nature.
So I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. So when I was learning about nutrition in the beginning, one of the things that I focused on a lot was my nutrition for my animals as well, because I'm like, okay, well, if they're feeding humans crap, could you only imagine the crap that they're feeding to the animals, right?
Oh, my God, you have no idea. Same thing as humans. Same thing. It's crazy. Obviously, it's cheap, and I call some of the food McDonald's for dogs. But it's better to, if you're going to start eating better for yourself, why not do the same for your pets?
Oh yeah, my animals definitely went from a really, really inexpensive brand of food to a $37 bag of food. Now it hurts.
Oh yeah.
Because in the beginning it was fine because I had plenty of money to spend on really expensive food. So I'm like, of course I'm gonna feed my animals too. But now I'm like, we barely have anything to eat, but I'm still gonna send back really good food to my animals. So bad. I love my fur babies.
Yes, and I have 2 now. So I have 3 children.
You got a new puppy.
Last time I spoke to you guys. Yeah, he's there. He's actually quiet. He was getting riled up with the older one, but they're all asleep now. But he's doing good though. Yes, he's about 3 months old now.
Awesome.
Aww.
Cool. Well, let's go ahead and delve right into kind of the more holistic ways of taking care of your animals. I know there's a lot of different ways that you have to do that. So could you tell us some of those ways, just so we can start taking better care of our fur babies?
Sure. I know everyone uses essential oils, but as far as for animals, you can also use them. Some of the benefits are really good too, as far as peppermint. Peppermint, you can dilute it in water for dogs. Just it's just a stronger scent for them. So in peppermint, it's really good for aches and pains. So if they're in pain, they can take a whiff for aromatherapy. You could also use it in overheated animals. If you go on a long walk in the summer and it's really hot, you can let them take a whiff or put a little bit in their water, and it helps them to cool down. As far as also lavender is also good for minor injuries. You can also add peppermint to it to increase the healing process for aches and pains. So you can use both of them at once, which is really good. And also it repels parasites. So you can put a little bit of lavender in your pet's food, just a little bit with water, and it's good for the parasites to come out and repel them as well.
Okay, and I just want to clarify, these essential oils that we're talking about are for dogs or cats or both?
For both.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I know something about cats, the way that they process things in their liver. Yeah, there's some that they definitely can't have. I think citrus oils or something like that, but you can tell us more about that.
Okay. And also lavender is good for the nervous system. So if you have a cat or dog that's actually nervous, you can give them a little whiff and they'll start to calm down. Just like for us, lavender is really good to get us to go to sleep and whatnot. That's good for that.
Oh yeah, lavender's my favorite.
Oh yeah, mine too. I use that to go to sleep.
Yeah, Charlie's gonna need some of that.
Yeah, I went to holistic vet, and she actually used a little bit of coconut oil and drops of she used valerian root, I believe, actually.
Okay.
Or maybe lavender. I can't remember. One of those two, couple of drops with the coconut, and just put on top of his skin. I mean the fur, and it helped him to literally. He almost was asleep.
He was so calm. That is so not Charlie.
Yes. Yes. He was a good boy until it happened.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. He was like, wait a minute, I know what I'm here for. I remember.
I know.
That's hilarious.
So what
I know one of my girlfriends has 2 dogs, and one of them is, like, seriously spastic, and she always used to dab some peppermint essential oil on her collar, or she would take one of my sachets of lavender and, like, just wrap it around her collar and squeeze it every once in a while to calm her down.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And the odors of whatever you have on them, like essential oils and whatnot, is strongest for them. So it's a faster process for them to calm down and whatnot.
That's right, because their noses are better than ours, right?
Way much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what other essential oils do you recommend?
Lemon. Lemon is really beneficial for increasing awareness when training. You can actually use it when you're training your puppy or for behavioral issues. And it also helps for skin issues. And it can be used topically or ingested.
Okay.
That's
okay. But is that one just for dogs? Because I thought citrus oils were bad for cats.
Yeah, that would be just for dogs.
Okay, cool. Just confirming. Just because I'm a cat person, obviously.
And I think, who was it? Oxana had told me about Poopy and he wants to, get a little trimmer.
He's what? He's what?
He wants to get a
You're
little
Poopy.
thinner.
He needs to lose his pocket.
He needs about 5 lbs off. That's what my vet said. What about going from 17 to 12? And what I said is, yes, it's been for years since I've been trying to do that.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Well, cats is actually harder because you have to actually get them to exercise. Not like dogs, you just, put them on a leash and go for a run. With cats, it's a little bit harder. You have to get, like, toys that they actually like, get them to be walking in the house. And another thing, I don't know if Oksana, if Charlie likes other cats. I don't remember if you told me that before.
I don't know about that.
He's much better with those that don't look like him.
Gotcha.
He actually was pretty okay with dogs, both to them, in his house. I'm not sure about not in his house, but in his house, he feels like he's the king, prince, so he was okay. They sniffed each other. They were fine. But with cats, it's probably going to be a different situation.
Because playtime would be really good.
What is it?
Since he doesn't like playtime, like a play date.
Oh, right.
That'd be really good. But since you said he doesn't really like other cats, it wouldn't be very beneficial. He'll probably get angry, and it wouldn't be very much of a playtime.
Right. Well, when I was at the vet, I've learned one thing that I didn't actually know. I completely switched him from dry food to wet food, which I know it's already helped him to probably lose maybe a pound. Because just like in us, what I've been told, if we eat dry food without, smoothies, whatever, it's simply harder for our body, stomach, digestive system to digest everything. So we'll hold on to it and not lose all that. The same with animals. And
Gotcha.
yeah, and he said that wet food does not ruin their teeth. That was my kind of reason for him not to eat that much wet food, is because I wanted his teeth to be okay, even though I've given him certain treats for that. But he said it's all a myth. It's not true.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what he
well,
said.
it makes sense. They're carnivores.
It's not hard on their teeth.
Carnivores. Yeah, carnivores chew raw food. That's what they eat. They don't eat hard cooked niblets of stuff that's been packaged together in a plant. Like, you have to think about it, like, from where they came from. They came from wild beasts that used to find their own food. Could you imagine if Charlie and Midnight had to find their own food now? Haha.
That'll probably take a few days.
But yeah,
if they didn't just give up. I'm just going to sit here and die. I can't live like this.
Exactly. Like, why am I here? I'm supposed to be home.
So the vet said that feed him, if you want to cook for him, it's even better. Or, you know, he didn't go all the way to raw food because this is not what I'll be doing. But he said, yeah,
gotcha.
Cooking for him even better. But it's better to feed him wet food for less weight, and it doesn't damage his teeth. And on top of that, he actually checked him thoroughly, and everything was fine. He was completely healthy cat. He never goes to the vet. He's a little bit on the heavy side because he doesn't do anything at all at home. He's already 13 years old, so in human age, I would say it's close to 60, 70, something like that.
He acts like it.
Yeah. I mean, he's a grown man. He's grandpa.
Have you ever tried valerian with him?
Yes.
The herb? Because that would actually get him moving.
No.
That would actually get him to be moving around. For humans, it actually gets us relaxed. But for cats, is the opposite. It would get him to move around and whatnot. Go a little crazy.
All right.
Give us some catnip.
Yeah,
some
catnip. I do catnip.
Mm-hmm. Or cat thyme, too.
And
if he doesn't like catnip.
He does. He loves it.
Oh,
okay.
He likes some catnip. He's a little drug addict when it comes to catnip.
That's a little crazy.
But the best thing about catnip is they can't get addicted to it, and it's not bad for them either.
Wonderful.
So that's a good thing about catnip.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my cat Ivy was addicted to it. She looks like a little
You're probably
crackhead
trying to train you. That's another thing about cats. They like training their owner. They're the boss all the time. She's hey, where's my catnip?
Exactly.
So that's how they are. They're different. It's so different from dogs. It's so funny. I've seen it. But it's true though.
Yeah, it's like anything else, any other animal. They're different in their own unique way.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but what else would you suggest? I guess in my case, like for cats, I guess more exercise, right? Like kind of create some scenarios where he plays, maybe build some shelves on the wall or something like that.
Most definitely. You can even do some DIY stuff at your home. Like do some shelves on the wall, like a little obstacle course for him. Put some catnip in every little corner just to get him to get through it and whatnot.
Yeah, when he was little, I bought him a big cat tree. And it stood there. And mind you, he was a very, very active little one. When he was little, he was everywhere. But he hated that tree. He wouldn't go to it. He was threatened by it. I don't know why.
Maybe because he was so small. He's like, what is this thing? Is it from the outside?
So I ended
Very
up
used to being indoors.
Yeah, so it didn't work for me. He just, he does what he does, and sometimes he just can't go around it. Especially him being a cat, male cat for that matter.
Oh, yeah.
So what else can you suggest? Okay, we're switching to wet food. What else can cats do to, lose a little bit of that belly? Anything else in regard to food?
Cut back on some of the food. Just cut back on some of the food and a little bit more exercise.
It sounds like what all the people need to do. You need to stop eating crap, eat less food, and move.
Move more.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Not just move, but move more.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Yes.
Because you could go for a jog once a week, but it's really not going to do anything for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the challenge in the beginning we're going through is him asking for food and me saying no or leaving the house because I cannot listen to him anymore. So, yeah, that's kind of the beginning. Beginning can be a little bit painful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For me.
But like I said before, he's training you.
On you than it's, right, exactly. Just like when you leave your kid at daycare. It's harder on you than it is on your child.
Exactly.
So it's harder on you than it is on your poopy.
Yes.
Maybe,
he will be fine, trust me.
Maybe he needs a detox.
Definitely.
They probably do. I mean, considering, like, they have all the bad stuff in the vaccines that they get just like we have. They get exposed to all this stuff in the water. I mean, like, unless you're giving your cat, like, distilled water or spring water, if they're drinking tap water, they're getting all the fluoride and the crap that's in the water, too. So, yeah, they totally need detoxes.
Most people just give them tap water, honestly, to their pets. There's just a few of my clients that give them, distilled water and whatnot. And they'll tell me right off the bat, oh, no, we don't give them sink water. I'm like, okay, cool. Your cat, your dog, not mine.
Well,
but it's bad.
What do you...
I would like to announce on the radio, on air, that my cat only been vaccinated in the beginning of his life, I think up to 1 year old. And he's 13 now. He's never had any health issues, and he still doesn't.
Yeah.
With the exception of a little bit of extra weight. And I actually ended up, and after a thorough discussion with a holistic vet, I ended up giving him, and I don't remember the exact name, but it's a vaccine for rabies. Because I know we're going to be traveling with him probably very soon. So, and getting him on the plane would be pretty much impossible without it. That's the only reason I did it. But it's all natural vaccine. It doesn't have any chemicals. It doesn't have any of that stuff that they add. Because my vet also has 2 cats, and he's fully holistic vet. And I observed him afterwards. He felt fine, no issues. And I just want to say he's never gotten those crazy vaccines with chemicals since he was 1 year old, and he's never had health issues. No cancer, none of those stuff that cats typically would get by the age of 13. So
that's fantastic.
Yes, I am very much, I address this issue everywhere because I don't think inside cats need all of that stuff that they put in them. I think it does. Yeah.
Because most cats that are pets are indoors. So it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Well, Oxana, I'm glad you mentioned that you would be traveling with Charlie soon. I wanted to ask Dee if there were any, like, herbs or essential oils or any other recommendations that she had to kind of help them not be quite so upset in the process, because my kitties are going to have to get out here too. So just curious if there's anything that we can do just to make the process a little bit less painful for them.
So lavender would be really good as far as for cats.
Okay.
Just to get them to calm down or to calm the nervous system. it would be lavender as far as for an essential oil.
Okay. Perfect. And is there anything else like you recommend? Like I know, what did I heard? That I used to use box flower remedies. There was something called a rescue remedy, and it was like a flower essence or something like that I used to use. Do you know of anything else like that?
Not for cats.
Okay. What about for dogs?
I know they have them. I know they have for dogs. I've seen them at the holistic stores for animals. They actually have like birthday boxes for them, and the rescue remedy ones. So you can just go to the store and they have them there. That's
cool.
What is it called? It's called Big Bad Wolf. I don't know if they have it in California, but it's all most of their stuff is holistic. As far as for parasite cleaning, food, everything you can think of is mostly holistic and from the earth.
Awesome. Cool. Do you have any other tips on like traveling with pets?
For dogs, not herbal as far as like just lavender. You can give your dog actually, what is it? Oh my God, I forgot. It was top of my head. I'm sorry.
Chamomile. Would chamomile be okay? What about chamomile in some sort of form? Like we drink chamomile tea, but can that be kind of utilized for pets somehow as well?
Yeah, you can. You can make it into a tea.
Let them drink it.
You can put it on a gauze or in a tea bag and let them, sniff it or lick it and whatnot.
Play with it. Yes, that's good.
Yep.
Very good. Wow, yeah. That's always interesting because you would think animals, naturally live in the wild, right? So they know what to eat when they feel a certain way, like they would eat certain plants because they know that knowledge, they know that information in them internally. But when we remove them from the natural world of wilderness, we're stuck with not knowing what they need. Naturally they know what they need for themselves, but not when we remove them from their environment.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And that's why some of the dogs, when I know that they're sick or they know that they're sick, they start eating grass, patches and patches of grass, and that's just letting me know that their tummy hurts, so they have a tummy ache, and it comes right through them, and they feel better.
Yeah, they know.
They just naturally know.
They
it's
do,
like when we have our children, and they know where milk comes from. They just know how to buy that bread. Same thing. It's just natural.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get Kai off of it.
Oh, geez.
I'm not sure
about
that.
It's going to take a while.
Exactly. I don't know how that's going to happen. I see him being like 5 years old, like running up, trying to like take off my shirt. Me being like, no, get away from me. I only promised him 2 years. That's all I get. Exactly.
How old is he now?
But, okay, 16 months.
Okay.
Almost 17 months.
Almost there.
Yeah, he's got a couple more, but I'm like, okay, how do I get my boobies back? It's time. They're mommy's. She wants them back. Anyway, so you said that you had some natural recipes that people could make at home for their pets?
Yes. So I have one for dogs, which is pretty much raw food, and also one for cats. So the one for dogs is like dogfish and not dogfish, fish and sweet potato recipe. So what you do is you bake the sweet potato, like about 4 cups, and cooked fish, about 1.5 cups, and then you can add in there to the mixture fish oil, which is about 5 tablespoons, and day multivitamin supplement. And that also depends on the size of your dog. And you can also add their the oil for their coat, which is, one second, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. So is this something that they would eat every day?
Oil.
Okay, so this is in place of other foods, period? They could do it all the time? It seems like it'd be less expensive.
Yeah, you can do it at home. It's way much better.
Yeah, and it seems like it's a lot less expensive than even like the organic stuff that you would buy on the shelf.
Exactly. Because when you go shopping, you'll be shopping for yourself and for your pet. You do it all
exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
so you know what they're eating. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly, which is way better than not knowing what they're eating.
Right, it's the same
and
concept of movement. Yeah. You know what you're eating when you're cooking.
Exactly.
Mhm. Mhm. Will you be posting recipes on your website, or would it be an access to it? Awesome.
Yeah, I'll be doing a blog soon. I haven't been on it for a while just because I have so much going on, and Christmas passed by and New Year's, and I was just going crazy. I had too much going on. I wasn't home at all, just running around D.C. and Maryland. But yes, I'll be posting it. You can see the recipe online. So,
are you typically feeding your dogs with what you cook, or what are you feeding your pet?
My dog, I usually just give him sweet potato and trout, and adding some kibble because he's a big dog. He doesn't get full. And I also add in there flaxseed oil because he does shed a lot, and that helps with him not shedding so much. He is a short hair breed, but there's hair everywhere.
Right.
And that's another thing that my clients, they always complain that their dogs shed a lot.
Right. So you typically give because I know you give a lot of advice when you attend the pets. That's pretty much one thing that attracted me to you is you have that background in medical background, and you are so connected with them. And we'll go a little bit more into energy actually after our next commercial, and we'll talk about that. But what attracted me to you is because you're so connected with them, and somehow you find that connection, because a lot of them, not easily will go to a stranger, especially if they're protecting their territory or whatever. But you are able to do that, and I know that you are more knowledgeable into the health aspects of them too. So I definitely would love to get into that a little bit more in a short while after the commercial. How does that sound?
Okay. That sounds fantastic.
Awesome. Well, let's go to commercial, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Hey, this is Cece, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my show, Hope with Cece. I love to make people smile and laugh, so if you like to laugh, listen. I'm a little bit crazy, and I do not think inside the box. Sometimes I forget there is a box. But what I love most of all is helping people. I love to help people reach for that unreachable star. I love to do everything I can to make you smile. So, if you want to feel joy, if you want to get inspired, if you just want to sometimes get downright crazy, come join me. There's always hope with CC.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. to midnight Pacific.
Journey into Freedom is a show about just that. Come join me as we discuss alternative medicine, energy work, homeschooling, homesteading, barefooting, grounding, and so much more. This is a program where I want people to be heard and to share thoughts and ideas and opinions on everyday freedoms. Learning to free yourself from all things no longer serving to your purpose is the first step to living free. So let's discuss what makes us free and how we can attain those freedoms every day by the way we choose to live. Journey into freedom with me, your host, Red Gypsy. Hope to see you then. Namaste.
Hello, everyone. We are back live on the air with our special guest, Lopez, the owner of RomesPaws Pet Sitting Services. You there with us, Dee?
Yes, I'm here.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Okay, so we got some great information about some natural ways to take care of our pets. I can't wait till you post the recipe for the cats, because I swear I'm going to start giving my cats some awesome homemade food as soon as they get here to me, because I miss them so much. But could you tell us a little bit more kind of about the energy, how we can connect with our animals, how you connect with pets, like for the first time when you meet them?
Well, typically I'm just a very mellow person, so that actually helps with meeting a new pet. Most of my clients have aggressive pets where they just don't like strangers or they don't like new situations, and I come in and they actually are okay with me. Yeah, there's some time that they have to adapt to me, but they warm up to me pretty quickly. And as far as energy, body language is nonverbal, and that's how you communicate with animals. As far as posture, your facial expressions, and the way that you speak, and your motivation is how you communicate with them. So if you're having a bad day, let's say you're having a bad day, and you walk in your house and your dog just seems all riled up, they just don't know what to do with all that energy that you have inside of you. They're like, okay, how can I help you? You know, like, they're like, oh, what's going on? And you get more frustrated. You can't really lie to your pet. They'll know that something's wrong. They just don't know how to react. And also your tone of voice. Your tone of voice is a lot to them, a lot. If you, when I start working with animals that I know that are aggressive, I don't speak at all to them. I'll walk up, let them, do their thing, sniff me, and I put out my hand very slowly and let them come to me. And I don't make eye contact. They know if you make eye contact, it's either you're trying to see if you're, bigger than them in the sense that's how they are. And I just let them come to me. And then once they're okay with it, they'll walk away and they're like, all right, I'm fine. So they stick around and get to know me a little bit more. And that's just the first step. After that, I don't touch them or anything until they've let me touch them. Most cats, they'll like go on your legs and start rubbing against you. Like, okay, I'm good with you now. It's just pretty much, it's mostly body language at first, but it's your tone of voice is second. You have to be very careful in the way that you're speaking around them too, because they'll get agitated. I actually have a client of mine who has a Rottweiler, and he's actually super huge. And if you're arguing around him, he will get in the middle of whoever's arguing and start barking. Oh, to me, it's just so funny. It's scary to other people, but I just start laughing. I'm like, he's just trying to get you guys to shut up. Pretty much. He's like, stop, just stop. He's so big.
I can't take all this anger.
Scary.
Cut it out.
Exactly. And he's like, he's a big teddy bear to me. But other people, they see him that way, and they're like, no, I will get him away from me. Most of them are huge teddy bears. And also scent for animals. That's your name. The scent, whatever you have. It could be perfume or whatever detergent you use. They won't forget you ever. And also your thoughts. Your thoughts. You actually communicate with them through thoughts.
Is that why my friend's dog, like the lady that I'm staying with, has like 3 dogs, right? And one of her dogs, every single time you come near her, the first thing she does is stick her nose in your butt. She will not keep her nose out of your bed.
Because that's your name to them. Yeah, that's pretty much your name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think she's done that.
Yeah.
Times.
It's very uncomfortable. Imagine working in an animal hospital and getting that every 5 minutes.
Every other dog that walks by smells your butt.
Yeah. And I'm a very petite person, so they can actually get up in there. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Any more personal things.
Wait a minute. I did not ask you to get in there. You can't go in there unless I let you in there.
Exactly. Very close.
Yeah. It's uncomfortable, but that's just the way that they get to know each other, too. They sniff each other's rear ends, and that's just how they get to know each other. But as far as your thoughts, they can read whatever is going on with you. If you're depressed, they'll know. The way that you're thinking, they'll feel it. If you're angry, if you're having pictures in your head, when you're meditating, if you're relaxed in a state of relaxation, they can sense that energy. They just love it.
Well, and let me just give a little bit more into this, and I'll let you continue. So just to give people a little sense what it means is when you're thinking something and that thought makes you feel sad or happy or distressed or angry, whatever, that thought creates, that's the frequency you're on. So what Dee, I guess you're explaining is it's not necessarily the word that they know what you're thinking. It's how it makes you feel, how that word makes you feel, how that thought makes you feel, and that's what they sense. Am I correct or not?
Exactly.
Yeah?
No, you're absolutely correct. Yeah.
Just to give a little bit
of energy that you're putting out, pretty much.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking sad thoughts, they'll feel it. You're pulling that energy out into the world, and they're just taking it all in.
And they're choosing whether they want to be around you or not, right?
Exactly. It's like if you're mad and they sense it, okay, let me just go to another room. Some of them won't take it.
That with my cat. Yeah, I experienced that with my cat. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like a fight or flight kind of thing. If it gets to that point.
So it sounds like you are definitely getting a grip on this, and really, it's not even like you are sitting the dogs or cats. You're sometimes even teaching pet owners how it's better, in a sense, to be for them even. Because
exactly.
That's pretty powerful right there.
Yeah, and it takes a lot because some people, they have crazy backgrounds, but if you want to have a pet, you have to think about their needs too, the energy that they need in their home. Because, cats, most of them are indoors, so whenever you're home, they feel your energy, good or bad. So you have to think about them as well so they can be happy at home.
Right. Wonderful. I love it. Well, I know you and I definitely discussed this energy talk in depth before, and I was amazed how much you're speaking of it, how much you know of it, and I'm not surprised we've connected because of that matter. So I think it's amazing because I've never talked to any pet sitters in that kind of way. So, okay, cool. Can you, because we're getting a little bit close to the end of our show, can you please kind of summarize your business, what you do, and how people can get hold of you so they can connect with you and feel at ease when they're not home? Because when I was gone for 2 weeks in California and relaxing with Stephanie, I did not have to worry about my Charles. I knew that he was in amazing hands of Dee, and I was happy. And Dee sends pictures. You send pictures as well.
Yes, I take so many pictures that I even pay for more space on my phone.
Well, now you can do
it. I send daily.
I know.
No, but then I also post them on Instagram, so they're always there if you ever want to see them.
So just please tell us what you're preparing. If you have anything new that you are going to be doing, videos, anything that's coming up, or services that you are adding to your existing services, and how people can reach you. Just give us some more information to wrap it up.
Okay. Well, what I'm working on right now is to start putting out there how to meditate with your pets. Energy work has a lot to do with how good it is for your health and also for your pet. Thinking of doing videos like live streaming on how to meditate with your dog or cat and how that actually helps them and you as well.
That's awesome. Wonderful. Cannot wait to see it.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Do you have any services where you might, like, pick up my cats and take them to the airport for me and give them some lavender on the way?
Actually, I would do that for your cat.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to be
just
calling
get them to be
soon.
calm. I don't know how they'll be on the plane, but...
Well, it's okay. They'll be under the plane. Nobody will know.
Yeah, but I do actually do pet taxi as well now. But I can go into my services right now. I'm still doing daily dog walks as far as midday. Some of my clients, they do have busy schedules, and I'll go once or twice a day to walk their dogs, feed them. I do pet sitting for temporary services. If people on vacation or a business trip or have an emergency, I also, just pop by how many times you would like, once, twice, 3 times a day. I do pet taxi as well. So if you have an emergency, I could take your dog or cat to the vet and let them know how they're doing. And if you can't run by, I'll do it for you. And I do also veterinary technician services, where I can provide your pets, giving them their natural food, just helping you with that, as far as medications as well. And I also do IV fluids at home, so you don't have to actually go back and forth to the vet and get that vet bill. I can go by and help you with that too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's another
amazing, yes.
Why I thought it would be awesome to have you on board, because you've got all this additional stuff that you can assist with when the owners are not home. That's wonderful.
Exactly.
So, and how can we reach you? What is your website and phone or email, whatever way you connect?
Okay. My website is RomesPaws.com, and I'm on Facebook as RomesPaws. It's RomesPaws all together. Or you can also look it up as Rome's book as well.
Nice. So every week we give our listeners and to ourselves a home play, homework, home play. So do you have any suggestions for us and for our audience for this week? Let us know.
All right. Let's see. If you have a pet at home, you can practice some quiet sitting. If you don't meditate, you can, just do some quiet sitting, just sit down and think some really good thoughts of being at the beach or not. And if you do meditate, you know how to do it, you can actually sit down and interact with your pet while you meditate.
That's wonderful. I think it's an amazing bonding, and it's healthy and it's positive and calming. But for me, I am actually on the opposite end. I typically don't go through meditation without Charlie ending up between my legs, laying either in the middle or next to me. He loves that energy. When I dance, he gets under my feet, and I have a trouble actually dancing. Or when I meditate, he's all over me. So he loves that kind of stuff. So it's natural to them. It's a neutral, nice, pleasant, environment. No wonder that dog was barking in the middle of those two people.
Exactly. He doesn't like it, and he's trying to, he's reacting to the energy. He doesn't know how to deal with it. But the reason why Charlie goes and sits with you is because of your energy, the energy that you're putting out to him, and he loves it. That's how he's bonding with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been 13 years of bonding.
He still loves it.
He does.
Doesn't get tired of you.
I always say he's seen me he's the only entity, I guess, on this planet that's seen me in so many different ways, different moods probably, whatever, through all these 13 years. And, he's my companion for sure,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure that if he could, he would write a book about you.
Aw. I'd love to write a book about him.
Yeah, you definitely should. That'd be really interesting.
I think it will be more pictures than writing.
Or you can do videos as well.
I know. Well, awesome. It's a great homework. I definitely will be doing it. I hope our audience can do this homework and meditate and sit quiet with their pet and experience that beautiful moment. And it was awesome to have you on the show again. And, if anything comes up, let us know, and we could maybe bring you back sometime in the future. But very much good luck to you with everything, and we will chat soon. I think, we need to wrap it up and head to our ending of the show, but it was awesome to have you, Dee.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Have a great evening.
You too. Have a wonderful Sunday.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Dee.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was awesome.
Yay. Yeah, lots of good information. Yes. I like all the essential oils and herbs because I need to start implementing that more and more with him. Oh, yeah.
And definitely.
Well, it's so funny. Like all the stuff that we need to implement more in the lives of our animals, we need to start implementing more in our own lives and the lives of our family members as well.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's all around. It's simply the same thing. Yeah, it's just what we input tweaks. Like for plants, because I've been so bad with my plants because I have no time. I know, and I'm trying, but I'm slipping. I'm slipping somewhere.
Oh, I'm a killer of plants. Like, I swear, if the plant is one of the ones that, like, will never die if you just leave it there, then in that case, I can keep it. But if it's one that you even have to water, like, once every few months, I've, like, totally let them die. But I will say the aloe vera plant that you gave me is still alive.
Oh, wow, really? Oh,
yes.
That's great.
So I'm going to try and keep it alive. I know.
Keep it alive. Yeah. So, okay, cool. Please utilize all this amazing information for the pets. I definitely will. I will try to get better with my plants if I can. But, like you said, it's all around. It's just we have to maybe have some other supplements, and the pets need to have maybe some a little bit different supplements, but we all, have to pay attention what we're inputting, right?
Exactly. And it all needs to come directly from nature because our body is made of all the stuff that nature is made of.
Indeed. I agree. And if I could just be able to lose 5 pounds with Charlie, the life
no, pumpkin.
Joyful.
It sounds like you need to get some toys out.
Yeah. Well, the old man doesn't care to play that much anymore. He only plays when he gets completely bored. I hear him in the corner somewhere. Or if I play with him. And, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you need to get him high on some catnip and then play with him.
I'll work on that one.
Yeah, and stand back because he will scratch.
Yeah, he does love catnip. I can tell you that much. He does. So.
Well, since they can't get addicted to it, he can have as much as he wants.
No, I'm going back to the store, getting more.
Stop holding back, Mom. Give him some nip.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, definitely. All right. Well, I am happy that it's Sunday evening again, and we had an amazing show again. And I love chatting about pets, sometimes even more than about humans. But it's okay. We can't talk about pets every day or every Sunday, but
I know.
I guess it's time for our wrap up. I'll give brief contact information for me. My website is oxanaganchar.com, oxanaganchar.com. I have stuff coming out soon, very soon. I think maybe another month, maybe even less. My first class will be available, and then shortly after, I will finish up my whole course of 11 classes with an intro class. And it's definitely going to be on my website, but also will be on a separate platform that will be available as well. And also you can, I actually don't have my phone number in front of me, so I'll just pass that today. Just contact me via website. Everything is there, and I'll be happy to connect with you. Steph, what about you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do have some stuff going on, and a quick change for the next first phase of the Total Body Detox course. It's not going to be starting on the 15th. It's actually going to be starting on February 20th. We had to change the date from Wednesdays to Mondays just because Mondays work better with my schedule. And then I also thought it was a better day to kind of like kick off with good motivational information, because Monday's one of those days where you're like, oh, I really don't want it to be here. It's Monday. I hate Monday. And I remember being like kind of in that place when I was working full time. So I thought Monday night would be a good night to give you a whole bunch of information and motivation and do the course. And then I'm also running the first trial of my second phase of the Total Body Detox, which goes a lot more in depth into your bodies personally. So after the first phase, you know all about the human body and how it works, but everybody, of course, is different. So we focus a lot more on that, and then also liver and kidney cleanse, as well as parasite cleansing too. So I'm really excited about that. But, yeah, I just wanted to give everybody the note that the course is going to be starting on February 20th. If you need to contact me, my email is stephanie@edensbalance.com. My phone number is 571-572-2058. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And my website for more information on the classes and then also blogs that I do as well is www.edensbalance.com. And then I think the specific address for the detox program is edensbalance.com/detox-program if you're interested in that. Or you can always just call me too, okay? And then if you want to check us out on Facebook, it's www.facebook.com/Body and Soul Awareness Radio. Go like us, leave comments, tell us what you would like to hear more about, because we'd love to make sure that we're getting people on the air and guest speakers and topics around the things that you guys want to hear about.
Absolutely, I agree. Tell us what you want to hear, or who you want to connect with. Or if you want, just suggest us who you want to hear about, or have us talk to. So we are happy to assist. All right.
Definitely, yeah, that's awesome. What we're here for, awareness. We want to bring you awareness about the topics that you need to hear about.
Indeed. All right, well, everyone have a beautiful Sunday evening and a great week ahead. Enjoy a little bit of sun, depending on which side of the planet you are on. On my side, we have a little tiny bit of sun today, tiny bit. We actually were supposed to have snow, but we didn't. But have a blast. Enjoy the week.
Yes, enjoy your week, everybody, and make sure you come back next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our show.